Jacob deGrom exited his second start of the season in the fourth after just 50 pitches. Now deGrom was dealing against the Yankees and had a 5-0 lead while also working on perfection. However, everything fell apart after former Ranger Willie Calhoun shot a slider down the left field line for New York's first hit. Now this hit not only ended deGrom's perfect game, but it also ended his night, as he was quickly visited by the Rangers trainer and pitching coach Mike Maddox. As you can see here, when deGrom left, he was walking off the mound kind of funky, and to me it indicated that he must have injured his hip or his rib area. But in actuality, it turned out to be a forearm strain, according to the Rangers manager Bruce Bochy. And now, although Bochy said that taking deGrom out of the game was purely precautionary, in other words, the guy's screwed. I just don't understand why MLB teams treat their players like they're made of glass, especially the guys who are getting paid hundreds upon millions of dollars. I don't know what's wrong with his bone structure or what. I don't know if this guy has some type of disease that we don't know about, but the guy is thin, I will say. He's a tall guy, he's a thin guy. There's not a lot of weight on deGrom, so maybe he gained some weight, gained a little bit of muscle. He's all it's like a string bean out there. But I tell you what, if I was a Ranger fan, I'd want my money back if I was at that game. Yes, sir, that's ridiculous. I'd go to see my best pitcher, Jacob deGrom, make a start against one of the American League's powerhouses. And you're telling me, after giving up one hit to Willie Calhoun, he felt something in his arm, in his forearm, and you gotta call the trainer, he's gotta be pulled after one hit? Because his forearm was irritating him? You gotta be kidding me. He signed a $185 million deal. It's ridiculous. The fact that these teams, not just the Rangers, every team in Major League Baseball, are treating their star pitchers like they're made of glass and they're something special, and that they're all going to be Hall of Famers, Nolan Ryans and Bob Gibsons, is ridiculous. Now, topic number 2, the Dodgers will be without their DH JD Martinez for at least 10 days after he tweaked his lower back after going down and golfing a home run off Cubs' Marcus Stroman over a week ago. Now, the injury did not immediately land Martinez on the IL, but it did keep him sidelined for the entire Pirates series. Now, the reason why the Dodgers sat Martinez is because they were hoping that it would avoid him landing on the IL. But Roberts announced ahead of the Cardinals series last night that Martinez will officially land on the 10-day injured list. And again, he said he was trying to be a hero and it was kind of his fault because he didn't tell anybody about it. And I get that, but I'd rather have a gamer like JD Martinez go out there than have a wimp like deGrom who's getting paid $185 million. And after one hit to Willie Calhoun and a tweaked forearm, he has to be carved off the field. Now, the Mets' Justin Verlander had a favorable outing in his first rehab start. JV lasted 4 2/3 innings and tossed scoreless baseball for the AA Rumble Ponies. Now, this encouraging start keeps JV on track to make his Mets debut next week in the city where it all started, Detroit, Michigan, against the team, the Tigers, who drafted him. Said, not the way I envisioned starting my career here, but unfortunately these things happen, and I'm doing everything I can to be back and be successful. I'm very excited to see Justin Verlander pitch for the Mets, although kind of sad in a way because if he wins a championship with New York, I might cry. I can handle him winning a championship with the Astros, but I don't think I'd handle it with the Mets. I don't know. 2 championships without a Tiger ring, I don't think I can handle it. Now, the Padres and the Giants are heading south of the border tonight to play Game 1 of 2 from Mexico City. Now, this series is an historic one for MLB, as Saturday's game will mark the first MLB game played outside of Monterey. Now, Musgrove will be on the mound for the Padres, and he will face off against former teammate Sean Manaea in Game 1 for the Gigantes. Then Game 2 will feature Yu Darvish for San Diego and Alex Cobb for San Fran. However, I gotta say the pitching might be a moot point because Alfredo Harpo Alou Stadium sits 7,350 feet above sea level. That is much higher than what Coors Field sits at. Colorado is approximately 5,279 feet above sea level. So that means the balls could be flying, and we could see a game like back in 2019 when the Astros hit 5 home runs against the Angels in their Mexico series. And actually, I think this Mexico series will bode well for a struggling Padres offense. I think the elevation along with that atmosphere in Mexico City will just ignite the San Diego Padres, and I think they could put up a crooked number against the Giants for sure. This series might be a turning point for the Padres season and get them back above 500 and competing for that divisional crown. Now Trevor Bauer has officially started his career in the NPB. So now the 2020 Cy Young tossed 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs, and struck out 6 in his first minor league start. Then in his second minor league start, he gave up only 1 earned run on 2 hits and left in the 6th after a leadoff walk and allowing an infield hit. So Bauer has been doing great things over in Japan in their minor leagues. They started him off in the minor leagues in Japan. They'll probably call him up to the major league club of the Bay Stars probably like this week, I'd assume so. And it seems the Japanese faithful are welcoming Bauer with open arms. In his first minor league start, the park drew 2,600 fans. Now, that's a lot considering the ballpark usually draws a few hundred. Also, the team said streaming views reached 77,000. That's 15 times more than the usual 5,000 that tune into their games. So look, I'm really excited to see Trevor Bauer in Japan. He'll do fantastic. I really do believe so. Like I said before in this channel, he got a raw deal. Rob Manfred trying to blackball him. It's total BS. And the fact that no other MLB team could use his services is ridiculous. He was proven innocent of all charges. It was a hoax. Trevor Bauer will show everybody that he is one of the best pitchers in the world, and he's going to shove it to everybody in MLB and make them regret not signing him somewhere. And that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on the road to 1,500. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.